Hey folks, it's Don from Elastic Strength and the Hypercarnivore Diet, and in this video I'm going to show you how I do hip belt resistance bands rise on toes. It's a new method that I developed. So you need a calf block, which is just one 2x4 by 24 inch or 2 foot long 2x4 with two 1 foot long 2x4s screwed and glued to it in the configuration shown. Then you need a brute belt or similar hip belt with these 1 inch inside diameter smooth carabiners. The original carabiners that come with the brute belt have too sharp an edge on the inside, and they're also not large enough to accommodate the large width resistance bands that you'll need to use for the rise on toes. Okay, so here's how you set it up. You take the resistance band or bands, you can use multiple bands, and you thread it under so the block so that you have 2 loops on each side. Then you bring those 2 loops together to form a sort of one loop together, as you can see I'm forming right there. Then you take that loop and you insert it in each of the carabiners. The carabiners are on the loops of the belt that are closest to the buckle. So I'm putting it in the right hand carabiner right now, and it takes a little bit of finagling to get it in, especially if you're using a wider band, and maybe even a larger carabiner would be a good idea. I've also thought about maybe getting some nylon loops that are small diameter nylon loops, maybe 2 or 3 inch nylon loops that could be used for this purpose. But this works. It just takes a little bit of patience to get it into the carabiner without damaging the band. So I've got it in the right hand side right now, and now I put it in the left hand side. Again, you have to be careful not to let the sharp edges of the carabiner damage the band. So open up the carabiner and then slide the band in around the sharp edges. That's why it takes a little bit of time, but this is slow motion that I'm showing you. It's not real time. Once you get the band in and the carabiner is closed, which is coming up in just a few seconds here. As I said, just takes a little bit of, because the band is a little bit sticky there. Now I've got it set. Now you can hold the block down and get up on it. So I was showing how you would start to get up on it, but in order to show how the exercise is done, I'm turning around. So again, I'll put one leg, I use my right leg, the dominant leg, up on the block and to hold it down, because otherwise when you stand up, the block will come off the ground. And then once you've got your weight from one leg on it, you can stand up on the other side, and now you're ready to do rise on toes. It's definitely helpful to be next to a wall or a power rack or a pole or something that you can hold on to make it easier to balance. And then you just do rise on toes. Typically the gastrocnemius, the largest muscle, exterior muscle on the lower leg, is a more slow twitch muscle, although that varies a bit from individual to individual. And so higher time under load is typically best for this exercise. In my case, I aim for 90 to 120 seconds of time under load. That's 1.5 to 2 minutes of time under load. And with the resistance bands, as you rise up to the top, the resistance becomes greater. And I have never with any other equipment experienced the level of fatigue and ache in my calves that I experience doing these rise on toes with the resistance bands, because the resistance increases at the top. You have a very high load. So as I said, you can use one band or multiple bands depending on what you need. So I hope this helps you improve the quality of your training for your lower legs. I don't have the best calf genetics, so I'm looking always for ways to improve the training, and this is by far the best method that I've come across so far. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.